Hi guys, Jordan Frisbee here with Apex Bodybuilding again. As I said yesterday, today I'm going to do a video on cutting, as I've done one on bulking yesterday. Well, not just cutting, but losing weight in general. I mean, you can call it cutting if you want. Losing weight, and gaining weight for that matter, is all to do with the amount of calories that you take in. You can't, as I've always said, and I've heard other people say, you can't out-train a bad diet. You can't eat 4,000 calories of pizza and lasagna and shit like that all day, go into the gym and expect to burn that off. It's a bit of a myth really. People believe they eat a pizza and they think, oh, I better go to the gym now, I better burn that off. But that's not how it works. You can't burn off the food that you've just ate as such. So it's all about eating a smaller amount of calories than what your maintenance level is, what your rested metabolic rate is. So for most people, I tend to think for most people it would be around about 1,800, 2,000 calories for men, and for women probably about 1,600 calories per day. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you'd be surprised if you split that into 5 smaller meals, you will stay full for most of the day. When cutting as well, there's a new thing, well not new, but there's a fad at the moment called IIFYM, if it fits your macros. Although it is good, and it does work, because losing weight is all to do with being in a calorie deficit, it can be done wrong very easily. All you've got to do is figure out your calories and your macros, or your macros and your calories, and eat your food around that. Even if the pizzas that you're eating are fitting your macros and you don't go over your macros, you're going to lose weight. If you just eat pizzas, you're not going to get all the micronutrients and all the vitamins and minerals that you really need, your body needs to take in to stay healthy. So you're gonna become quite ill. Your skin will start to suffer. You will start to feel very tired. So when you do stuff like IIFYM, intermittent fasting is another one that's kind of blowing up at the moment, or any sort of cutting where you're eating a less amount of calories, making sure that you're hitting a high amount of micronutrients. So eat things like sweet potato, they're brilliant. Red onion's better than just a normal onion. Just to try and stick to very micronutrient dense foods. Hit a lot of protein, even carbs, hit a fair amount of carbs. I'd say what I tend to do, even when bulking and cutting, is I do 40% protein, 40% carbohydrates and 20% fat. I just think that works. The fats that I get are obviously all unsaturated fats. I always try and stay away from saturated fats as much as I can. That's just to do with heart health though. But I try and eat things like peanuts. I love peanut butter. I only eat natural peanut butter, but something that, especially when bulking, it's very caloric dense, so you get a lot of calories from it. It's very healthy for you in moderation. If you go and eat a whole tub of it, then you are going to gain weight. But just try and stick to healthy foods. It's just going to benefit your health a lot more when cutting. You'll get more out of your workouts as well if you're eating healthy foods. Another thing, just because you're cutting doesn't mean that you drop the heavy weights. A lot of people when cutting they'll change their rep range up. They'll do 12 to 15 reps and lower the weight a hell of a lot. I mean, you're going to naturally lift less when you're cutting anyway, because you're not as big, you're not as strong, and you're not as heavy. For some reason, just the bigger you are, the stronger you are most of the time. I don't even necessarily mean muscle mass. I've got the same amount of muscle mass as I had 4 weeks ago, yet all of my lifts have gone down, all my big lifts have gone down about 10 kilograms each, around about that, and I'm still hitting the same reps. You just become a bit weaker. Not really 100% sure why that is. I'll probably research that and do a little bit more of a video on why that is. I'd like to explain everything, but I don't know everything. So keep lifting them heavy weights. Make sure you're still hitting them muscles as you would if you were bulking, because you won't. If you do change your rep range and start lifting lighter, then when you come back to your bulk, you won't be able to lift as heavy as what you could have if you would have done. Then if you just would have carried on, but just lowered your weight as you needed to. Now this is mainly about people losing weight in general, mainly women. When women come into the gym, they totally avoid weights, resistant machines, And if you ask any woman why, it's because they don't want to become bulky. Which is quite funny because it takes a hell of a long time to gain any sort of muscle mass. It doesn't just happen by accident. You don't come into the gym, do 4 sets of chest press and have pecs, and then 2 sets of bicep curls and you've got biceps. It takes a long time to gain any muscle. So women out there who are worried about gaining muscle mass because they're doing weights, there's no need to worry. You're only going to gain muscle mass if you eat more calories than what you're expending, if you lift in the right rep range, if you're taking in enough protein to heal the muscles. It doesn't just happen by accident. As I said, it's a long process gaining muscle. And combining both cardiovascular work and resistance work is the way forward when doing anything. When bulking, it's really good, increases like the power of your heart doing the cardiovascular work, enables your body to synthesize protein better, pump all the nutrients around your body and your blood. And then when trying to lose weight, weights are really good. Say if you go on a run, just a steady run for about 30 minutes, and you burn, I don't know how many calories that would be, I'm just going to say 400 calories. You burn 400 calories in that 30 minutes. Well, that's all the calories that you've burnt. You've burnt 400 calories, and that's all you've burnt from from what you've just done. Say if you get on the treadmill, do your 30-minute run. You've done that. You've burnt your 400 calories. That's all good. Then you go over to the weight section, start doing some weights. Not necessarily free weights, resistant machines, free weights, even kind of exercise bands, body weight exercises. What it does is it will create loads of micro tears in the muscles that you target, and it basically speeds up your metabolism. So from that workout that you've just done, you may have burnt 400 calories from the running machine, and you can actually see what it's telling you. When you do your resistance workouts, you're going to speed up your metabolism for about 36 hours. So in that amount of time, you'll probably burn, once again I'm not 100% sure, but it might be the same, might be a bit more, but you're going to constantly burn calories more efficiently than if you was just doing the cardio. So make sure that you do combine both of them when either doing bulking. Just because you're on a treadmill doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose weight. It just means that the amount of body fat you put on with your bulk is as minimal as it possibly can be. So when you come to your cut, it becomes easier, quicker and faster for you. So when cutting, try to make sure, another thing, I totally forgot about this, one of the most important things, something that I really suffer with myself personally, is when you do cut, don't go under your calorie deficit so much that you end up losing muscle mass. If you cut too quickly, then what could happen is you can lose up to 40% of the muscle that you have gained through the bulk, and 40% of the muscle is a long time. If you've been bulking for a year, then you've just 10 months, I'll make it easier. If you've been bulking for 10 months, you've just lost 4 months of your gains in one go, just because you cut too quickly. So when you cut, only cut 200 or 300 calories under your maintenance level, because don't forget you're going to be working out as well. You'll be working out, burning calories while doing that. That's going to speed up your metabolism. Try and only cut at about 200, 300, 400 maximum calories under your maintenance level, just so that you are burning off the fat and not the muscle that you've gained. I'm a big sufferer for that because my metabolism's so quick, and I'm an ectomorph. A lot of the time when I cut, I lose a lot of muscle mass, a lot of lean muscle mass as well at the same time. So I try and only eat about 200-300 calories under. I don't really monitor my calories. I try and eat 500 calorie meals. I'll probably be 50 or 50 over, 50 under on some of the meals, but I have 5 meals a day, so that's in between that 2,200 and 2,700 calories in their meals. I normally try and hit about 2,500 because that's probably what's best for me to cut on, because my maintenance level is around about 2,700, 2,800. So I try to go 200 or 300 under, and with that I lose, I don't know, not that much weight really. I try and aim for like a kilogram, 2 kilograms, hopefully near a kilogram every 2 weeks, just so that way I know that the weight that I'm losing isn't muscle and it's body fat. So just to recap guys, don't forget, do cardio and weights if you're trying to lose weight or bulk. Make sure that you're eating healthy if you're doing things like intermittent fasting and IIF-YM, or just losing weight in general, because you really do need your vitamins and minerals. Or even take a vitamin and mineral tablet just to make sure, but it doesn't mean that because you've taken that, you don't need to eat healthy and get your vitamins and minerals. It's always good to double up on them, because you expend more when you're working out. The daily recommended allowance is for people who aren't physically active, and if you're a bodybuilder or someone who's going to the gym just in general, the amount of vitamins and minerals that you need to supply your body with is going to be higher than the average person. So make sure that you're getting enough vitamins and minerals from your food, so you're eating healthier things. Don't eat too far, don't go too far into a calorie deficit, because you will regret it. Especially if you've come off a bulk, you're looking all big, you're feeling happy about it, and you go into a cut and then you think, God almighty, I've lost a lot of size. You try and convince yourself that it's only fat, but the chances are some of it's going to be muscle as well. So guys, make sure you follow them few rules when cutting. There's not a lot there. It's just something to think about when you are cutting, if you're cutting now especially, which a lot of people will be because you're coming up to summer, and a lot of people are cutting to look good on the beach, look good with their shirt off. So, okay guys, well, it's been good talking to you. Jordan Frisbee from Apex Bodybuilding. If you like it, then like and subscribe. If you don't, dislike it and tell me why. Always happy to try and improve. Another thing is, if you got anything that you want me to talk about, any subjects, give me an email, and then I'll try my best to answer your question. Thank you very much guys. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you soon.